Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm going to continue talking about something that I started last week as far as the discussions on the first tee. And I'm, I have to admit, I may become a bit emotional about it because it is an important part of what made me write what I wrote last week. And it is something I think everyone needs to remember about the game. And again, it's deeply personal. It's a story not just about golf, but about connection, tradition, and a relationship. And about a relationship that very much shaped who I am. This one's about my dad, Dr. Robert Ralston, and how the game of golf literally became a bridge between us, a way to talk, laugh, reflect, and simply be together. My father and I had lots and lots of battles. Boy, did we ever. And things got better, but golf was part of that. When I was a senior in high school, Friday game days meant something special at our house. I was a football player, and my dad taught at Mayville State College, and on those Fridays, every single one, he'd come home at noon, he'd fire up the grill and make me a steak lunch. Not just any lunch, a steak lunch. He knew what game day meant to me. He knew the nerves, the energy, the weight of the night ahead, and without needing to say much, he made sure I felt supported and seen and full of protein. And some would say I probably should be more full of carbohydrates, but I love steak, and that's what I had. It was a very quiet way for my dad to say that he loved me and that he believed in me. Now, quite frankly, I don't know that he said it very much to me at other times. I'm sure he did, but not that I remember. Okay, now let's look at the Saturday in golf. Well, that was a special ritual also. But the real magic, I think, happened on Saturday mornings. Yeah, we'd play Fridays, and during that particular football season, we didn't ever lose on a Friday night. We just did not lose. We had a great football team. And again, another bunch of stories right there. We'd get up early, 7 a.m. Dad would make coffee, and he would make coffee always with some cream in it. Put it in a thermos, and while the rest of the town slept off Friday night, we were getting ready for our morning round of golf. By 8 o'clock, or even a little bit earlier, we were at Mayville Golf Club, walking the quiet course together. It was never just about the score. We'd talk about the football game, how it went, what we remembered, and sometimes what we'd rather forget. We'd relive the plays, the effort, the funny sideline moments. And then we'd talk about golf. The swing that didn't go as planned, the putt that didn't somehow go in, and sometimes the putt that somehow did. My father was a good putter and chipper. I was always amazed at what he could do right around the green. Golf was our second language, and of course we spoke it fluently. We actually loved it. I quit playing baseball when I was 16 and started golfing, and then a few years later finally got my father involved in it, and he became absolutely stricken by the game. So we're out playing the game, and we get to the 6th tee, and this is something that I think about every time I play at Mayville. We would get to the 6th tee box, we would sit down, Dad would pour me a cup of coffee, and he would pour himself a cup of coffee, and we'd just sit there and watch the world slow down around us. Watching sometimes the animals that we would see out in the woods, and or listen to the birds, listening to the rustling of the tree leaves and all those good things about nature. We weren't rushing, we weren't thinking about scores, we were just two men, a father and son, connected by a game that gave us space to share what really matters. That tee box, it was our kitchen table, our campfire, our church pew, and quite frankly, I've never had better coffee. Transition to college, the legacy of connection continued. Even when I went to college, tradition didn't fade. When I did come home, we'd find time to play. We'd pick right up where we did before, just the old times, same place, same conversation, same 6 tee box. I'll never forget the Saturday morning before I got married to Marlene. We had a long conversation about marriage and how happy he was for us being married and how special a moment that Marlene was. And over time, I came to realize something. Golf was just something we did. It was how we stayed connected. It was the backdrop for one of the most meaningful relationships in my entire life. So today is part of our series on the other side of golf, the part about connection, relationships, and family. I wanted to share this with you. It is Father's Day week, and this week they're going to play the Mayville Golf Classic in Detroit Lakes again, and which my father was part of for many, many years, and I've been part of for many, many years also. Now this year I will not be playing. I'll actually be working at the golf course and having some discussions on the first tee. Because I would, one of the things I really want you to consider, maybe you have memories like this, and maybe you're building one now with your dad or your mom, your kids, your grandkids, or a lifelong friend. Golf gives us more than great shots. It gives us a place to talk, to laugh, to reflect, and to build memories that last forever. So here's to early tea times, to steak lunches, to shared coffee, and to every quiet moment on a fairway that brings us closer to the ones we love. And Dad, I still miss you. Told you I'd get a little emotional, people. Go out and have a great day. Keep it on the short grass. Looking forward to having more discussions on the first tee with each and every one of you. Again, it's not how you get into the ugly parts of a golf course, it's how you get out. And remember the big thing about the game, it's who you play with that's probably more important than the game itself. Have a good one.